Hey everybody, and welcome to my breakdown, my rewind theater of the Anthem gameplay trailer. Anthem is being one of these games that, for me personally, it has, I have a lot of hopes for, I have a lot of expectations of, but at the same time, I'm very nervous, especially how the industry handled everything in 2018. And so I really want to kind of sit back and break down, what we see from the gameplay trailer. Obviously, the gameplay trailer, if you haven't seen it already, I'll include a link in the description below. You can go check this out over at EA's page. Is really quite impressive. They're talking about marrying story and this shared world, this open world in which that you can play with many people and how that works out. Game Inform actually has some information up right now on their page, so I'll include a link in the description below if you really want to get your read on, as well as their impressions of having actually played the game itself. But we're diving in to the gameplay, and so first off, we want to take a look here at the UI, simple and easy as it is. We can see that they're either using or playing on an Xbox, or if they're playing on PC, that if nothing else, they're using the Xbox naming conventions with LB and RB over here in the corner. Looks like those are two various skills, probably a rocket salvo. Some other ability, we'll probably see it here, probably a big old cannon blast, if with the Colossus that's being played right here has anything to do with it. You can actually see your various teammate markers that will be easily more visible at various other frames in it. And then we also have this melee ability with the Y, and then they're packing two guns here on the Colossus. We're going to shift over to a hunter at some point, and they're carrying a looks like a simple handgun, and it just seems kind of funny with when you're fighting all these really big enemies as far as it goes. Then you kind of saw here come back in a little bit as he's kind of doing his flying right there. It's kind of, this is it looks like your ultimate bar. As this fills up, eventually you're going to be able to tap LB and RB at the same time, or L1 and R1 if you are on PlayStation, and you go from there. And then up here in the corner, we actually saw what appears to be a life bar. It's going to come back here when we get in, starting engaging in the battles themselves. But here we go. You can see it up here. It looks like that this is about the damage that you're taking, because you're losing a little bit of life there. And then it cuts here to more amazing destruction, just absolutely just insane destruction. Let's go take a look at that again. It looks like obviously we got the little floating life bumpers here, and now it's actually, this is a hunter that it cut to, one of the 4 classes. If you're not aware, you have Hunter, Colossus, Interceptor, and Storm, with 2 other abilities, and their bar gets filled up here. It looks like it jumps up quite a bit and if you actually look at the enemies themselves, you can see that the enemies themselves have HP bars over their heads. It kind of gets lost in the sea of of numbers here, and so those numbers were white, which typically means a normal hit. But then if we jump back here where the Colossus was putting out the damage, let's get to it. I keep jumping, and a little bit closer. Okay, we'll let this play. It looks like, maybe these are critical hits that are going out. Yeah, because there's obviously 75s as well. So that just looks incredible. So as far as gameplay and mechanics goes, this should be and feel very RPG-esque. If you played any kind of, I guess game in which that they are doing this kind of thing, that with this action, it is going to be playing out really well on the screen. I'm wondering if we're going to get mods. I'm wondering if we're going to be able to analyze our DPS, if that's going to be important. Here's something that's interesting. Going into this ultimate ability, which is what they used right there, we're going to go and jump back just a little bit so you guys can see it. Getting some critical hits on this big guy with the big old, volcano or lava chest here. I like that we just kind of hit him. He does his ability, and we're flying off on our own mission. So, seeming obviously like a world boss that it looks like it's going to take a team of people to take down. That's obviously pure speculation at this point, but for the most part, it is interesting and exciting stuff. So back to the Colossus. Colossus having a shield here, really feeling out that role of tank, and as they run through that various damage. Obviously within the UI, we can see that this pops up. It doesn't look good when it's paused for some reason. There we go. And I'm wondering if this has something to do with the shield defensive, structure here, whether your shield will break, whether that breaks, and then obviously you start taking more damage from those turret mines. And again, you can see that life bar up here, and then your missions and quest over there as well. So it's just really quite interesting to see that. Melee weapons have been confirmed as well by the developers. And it's really cool. Also, you see here the hunter taking over. They keep switching between these two. We'll get to see a little bit of the storm play here in a minute, and Storm being one of the other 4 classes having a blink ability. I'm really excited about that. I cannot wait until we get to that part as well. You can see them flying up there. I'm definitely going to have to check out the Storm. I don't know if about you guys, I get a very big PSO vibe, Phantasy Star Online vibe from this game. A nice little flamethrower there. So again, it's just hopping between all different kinds of gameplay mechanics, using the LB ability. Seems to be this kind of bubble freezing shield, then the rocket salvo, and then this is cool right here. This is what we want to bounce back into. This is that we saw the criticals and stuff, but now we're seeing these combos, and so that looks like it's related to the hunter being the person who throws these people in place, and then the Colossus coming down and comboing those abilities. Really quite fascinating. And then we see this enemy type, Legendary Enforcer, with a skull over their head. This looks really awesome, guys. I am so excited. Now, see here, you can see that the life bar of the enemies themselves are different. These also have the same skull over their head. I'm wondering if that means that they might aggro you as opposed to various other enemies who might just leave you alone. But the bar being red, and then we jump over to the legendary is what they're calling it, and that Legendary Enforcer, it looks like, is got the yellow bar, and it maybe even have kind of various, it looks kind of almost slotted in the point where you kind of have like 1 bar, 2 bar, 3 bar, 4 bar, representing their life itself. So back over here, this is the Storm gameplay. So watch this. He's going to do this, you know, blink for lack of a better term, but putting out little ones there, like not a lot of damage being put out by the Storm. And I'm wondering if that's either just the defensive rating on the enemy itself, or maybe the Storms are about quick, speedy attacks as well. So this is apparently them, quote unquote, completing the mission, but then it obviously gets extended. If anybody's done any of those missions, you'll understand what I mean, where they just keep going on. And here's the hand pistol that I was talking about at the very beginning of the video for the Hunter. It just seems like everybody's got these big guns, these big missiles, and a Hunter, you know what? He don't care. He's just going to bring a little hand pistol to this battle-torn world. So this is almost it. Like the gameplay trailer is almost finished. They're going to go adventure into this cave here, following quote unquote this mission. And again, we're getting all these jumps. And so actually, we're going to jump back here because they're jumping and we're jumping as well. We can see that it jumps over back to the Hunter, and the Hunter's got a blue life bar, and then they've got this other bar here as well. And I don't know if that's representing maybe their flight. Maybe they've got some kind of overshield on at this point, obviously. Maybe their flight is listed down here, actually. Hold up, just saw that. I've watched this video a couple times, and you know, you always get new information each time. So this bar is filling up on its own. This is definitely new. Did not see that in the many times I watched it. And it looks like that. I don't know. We'll have to speculate at this time. I'll have to go read out those articles over on Game Informer and see if they give any insights to what that might actually represent. But here is this nice layer where we're obviously going to fight a big, bad, Mr. Nasty boss. It's going to be pretty cool. Shifting over to the Storm, you know, for just a brief minute, back to Colossus, and there is our big boss. It looks like it's going to be quite interesting. So the questions obviously that come up that are going to fill us is like, what are we expecting from these fights? Are these going to be bullet sponge bosses? Are there going to be various mechanics? What can we expect? I was just so excited. Anthem is got me so excited for February. If you don't know, February 22nd, 2019, Xbox, PC, PS4. No word on crossplay. We do know no loot boxes. All in all, this is going to be at least interesting. However, I'm going to put this like at every tagline of any video I make about Anthem. You know, if you're gonna pre-order, just wait. Like, well, let's get more information. Let's see if there's a beta. Just hold off. Hold on to your money for the time being. We don't know what they're doing. It sounds like they're making all the right moves, but still hold off on that. Guys, if there was anything I missed in this video, if there's any element that I did not see and call out, please let me know in the comments below. Let's have that conversation. I'm so excited. Obviously, I keep saying it, but for Work to Game, my name is Brian. We're going to wrap up this video, and if you guys are interested, let us know what you'd like to see us cover about Anthem. I'm really happy to talk about this game. We've been talking about it for a while. Still on the fence, but at the same time, EA is showing me something amazing today, and I cannot wait to go hands-on with it. But anyway, guys, I hope you have a fantastic day. Hope you have a fantastic E3 2018. But for Work to Game, my name is Brian, and I'll talk to you soon. Take care. Hey, what's going on? This is the end screens. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please hit one of these whatevers around the screen for some even more fun. Who knows what's going to happen? I don't know. I don't know what Google's thinking.